Hey traders, I want to give you a market update on the Emini S&P live chart as I speak right now. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright traders, so I want to give you a quick market update on a futures. It's going to be a live futures chart market update. So right now we're looking at the Emini S&P futures chart. This is a daily chart, looking at the daily chart on the futures. You see we have the stochastics down the bottom here and all that sort of good stuff. The first thing you can see, guys, obviously looking at this market right here. Let me just bring this over here a little bit more. Like that. This is a daily chart. You can see obviously you can see that this market came down, double bottom, came back up, and you've had this like potential, maybe even like a bull flag, So if I show you my trend lines, you can see that maybe we're forming like some sort of bull flag formation there. Maybe if I do that again, so that's maybe that's some sort of bull flag formation. You can see. So actually that actually looks really that actually looks pretty bullish, doesn't it? Look at that through there. So that actually looks like it could potentially be a bull flag ready to break out and head to more upside from here. So that is the potential of what we see right now. But let me actually just show you what let me actually dig a bit deeper. Or I'm going to dig a bit deeper into this chart and show you what I see. First thing, guys, is we see this market coming down and we have this trend line coming down through here. Okay, so this is the first thing that I see, and you can see a couple of touches, touch through there, and so on and so forth. I've got a couple of dojis through here as well too, and you can see where we're at right now. So that's the daily chart, okay? And you can see if I draw like a trend line, we can see that this market has completely changed the tune of this market. Up through there. If I did that through there, what if I did it through there? Would that do anything different? No, not really, does it? No, but you can see the market's bouncing up, and it's changed the tune through here. So let me just delete that off the screen. And so we're looking at the daily chart right now. Let me squeeze it up now. Let me go to the 4-hourly chart, and I want to show you what I see on the 4-hourly chart. 4-hourly chart right now, as I speak, we can see, let me get our horizontal trend line. We can actually see, and let me make that a lot thicker actually. Let me see if I can make that thicker. Okay, so we know that this whole area, you can see in a couple of times in the past, is support level through here, support level through here, support level through here. You can see how the market has indeed been showing the support and resistance level through there. So you can, a lot of support. The market broke down, broke back up. It's obviously at this area of this trend line coming down through here. It's broke back down, and now it's at this area where we are right now. That's on the 4-hourly chart, but you know, just keep that in mind, okay? So now let's go to the hourly chart. So now I'm digging deep. I'm going deep, y'all. Let's see what the market's showing right now. So we know that this whole area, let me bring this up through here a little bit more. There we go. Bam! Right there. Okay, so we know this whole area, support, a whole bunch of support through here, whole bunch of resistance through here. The market found support, it's found resistance once, it's found resistance twice, and you can see the live chart where it is right now, starting to, or trying to penetrate this move to the high side. So it still can, and it potentially can do that. So, but I want to show you something, what I'm looking at here on this chart itself. If you can see that this market's had a run down, had a run up, had a run down, and now we're getting like this sort of weak sort of buying period through here. Doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean that the bull's not going to come in control. I'm just showing the bulls are actually quite weak through here. So you see that there? Had these strong sellers. Now if I bring this down through here, first thing I'm looking at through here, if we get a close above here on an hourly chart, especially a close above this sort of 2030, 2033, stuff like that, you can see that, yeah, if we get a close above that line through there, especially this level through here. If we get a close above that level through there, which is at the 2033.45 level, you can see that's where that's had a whole bunch of area of problems of resistance in the past, and we're trying to get there right now. So let me just auto scale that again, and you can see we're trying to get to that right now, but we also could be also forming a potential bear flag. So let me show you what I see there. Let me bring up like this parallel trend line, and we also could be forming some sort of a bear flag formation. If I just squeeze it up through there, you can see there and up to there. So it looks like some sort of bear flag formation. Okay, so you can see the market came down through here, hit this whole bunch of area resistance, came down, hit support, it's hit this area resistance, hit support, hit this area resistance. So we are at like a do or die area where we're at right now. If it breaks this level here, then it looks like it may have, what is that through there? So we're at the 30. So it looks like it may have a 5 or 6 point run, maybe potentially to the high side. Let's just delete that, but potentially to the high side, which is our next support and resistance level. This is looking on the Emini S&P 500 futures chart live as I speak right now. So whenever you see this video, it may be a bit different, but I'm just trying to give you a bit of education behind what I'm seeing. This move up, we've had these strong sellers, have these weaker buyers. So here's what I'm saying: if we get a close below this, especially a close below this level through here, you can see how there's a whole bunch of areas of support and resistance. And let me see if I can find a different tool here. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, cool. So let me just draw this trend line through here. We can see this whole bunch of areas of support and resistance through here. This is the area of support and resistance, and as you can see, that level through there. Let me see if I can make that a lot thicker as well too. Let me change that color so we can so it sort of stands out as well. We can see that level had a whole bunch of resistance. It's rung up, hit this resistance, come back down, and now we're at this area of resistance. So this market is definitely squeezing up into this sort of triangle pattern here, this sort of resistance pattern through here, and we're trying to blast off. When we blast off, we're likely to have a nice decent run to the high side, to the top, back to the top of this channel through here, and we still could be being that sort of channel that we're starting to form through here. Bounce once, hit resistance, bounce twice, hit resistance. We're struggling where we're at right now. You can see how the market's definitely trying to get a break above those resistance levels through here. You can see the live market where it is right now. So looking at this Emini S&P chart, guys, I can see that you can see what's happening here, and I can see that if we do start to get a breakdown, especially below this 2030 level and close below that, then that should see an acceleration move. And I would say the acceleration move to the downside, and possibly even down as far as to there. But what I like to do, guys, and I'll give you a bit of a hint of what I like to do. I like to have a projection tool. So I'll teach you something here that I like to do, which works amazing. Check this out. Do a bit of back testing. Let's just say, for example, the market stops here, okay? And then suddenly we get this sort of action happening, okay? Like that, okay? Let's just say that happens. Okay, right there. Or actually, you know what? Let's just do this here. Let's just say, for example, that this market right now, if it does break down and close down through here, where is it likely to go? Okay, so the market holds here, and this has got about, if I put on the, so this has got about 20 minutes left of 20 minutes left of this candle. If we have a nice close below here, that's going to be the peak here. Makes sense? So if this market comes down and closes below here, well, let me just make this pretty simple for you. So the market comes down and closes right there. All right, so it closes right there, and it closes right here, and that's where it closes. Okay, let's just say, for example, it does that. Then what I like to do, and this is a really good tool to use, is I like to use the projection. I like to use what I call a one-to-one projection tool, or what I call a channel projected target tool. So I will draw a trend line. So let me change that color as well to say blue, and I will draw the trend line from here, and I will connect wherever the resistance is. So let's just say, for example, the resistance is there. All right, and I'm going to extend this right out, or should I say that the latest peak. So you can see that if this market closes here and comes back down, then this is going to be the latest peak on this move up. You see that there? So that's what I'm doing, is connect this major high, connect this major peak. And then what I'll do is I will extend that. I'll create a parallel trend line out of that. So let me see if I can just delete that now. And I want to see if I can create a parallel trend line, but maybe change the color. Let's go parallel trend line. So if that was the case, I would draw that down through there to there, and I would extend this as much as possible through there, and we will do, let's just say we would do that. Let's just say, for example, that was the target. So I extend this down through there. That's all I'm doing. See, I'm just grabbing the exact same trend line. I'm extending this down to the last low, which was down here. Do you see that? So let me see if I can change that to, say, a light, or wrong one. I just changed the outskirts. So let me see if I can change this one to, say, a blue. All right, so there we have it. So we can see this market ran up through here, and let me see if I can bring up my trendline drawing tools. So you can see the market started up here and it ran down. If it does pause here, which it may not, it may continue up and may continue up in this flag formation and continue run up through there. But if it does pause here, where is it likely to go? We have this one point up through here, and what I do is what I call a 1, 2, 3 confirmed pattern. A 1, 2, 3 confirmed pattern. So we have this one pattern here, we have this one here, we have this second point here. So we have the high, we have the low, and we have this point through here, which be a 3 confirmed pattern. So what I mean by a confirmed pattern is it'll come down and it'll close below. It'll give you a nice little lower close out of this, obviously, out of this pattern. Nice big down bar. Now it doesn't mean it's going to work, but this is the confirmed pattern, and the likelihood of it running down towards this bottom of this channel is very, very, very high. And likelihood if you're using time analysis, the low is actually down around about here. So it looks like we could get a nice little move back to the downside on the S&P. If I squeeze this up a little bit more, you can see how potentially that everything might come into play. So you got this low point through. Got this low point all through here, so I would say potentially through there. So I would say that the market is likely to, if it does do that, then we have a good chance of coming down through here and then coming down, basically down like that, and then hitting this area of this bottom of the channel, somewhere around about here, somewhere X marks the spot, is where we're likely to go moving forward over the next day. So that's what I'm seeing there, guys, on this Emini S&P chart. I hope you enjoyed it. This is what I call the 1, 2, 3 projected, or 1, 2, 3 confirmed projected pattern, or 1, 2, 3 projected pattern. It works wonders. It works also amazing for the upside as well too, guys. But this is something that I want you to start to use in your trading, because this is where you can start to get a good analysis of where things are going. And you can see if this does break down, we have a lot move down, especially below here. We have a decent move coming down through here. And I would say that it has, where it is right now, 33 to 23. Yeah, so probably a 10 or so move down through there. Now moving into the hourly chart as well. This is the 4 hourly chart, should I say. So moving into the 4 hourly chart, we can see that, let me delete that. We can see that we're actually struggling where we're at right now. And if I do like a little trend line on the, 4 hourly chart, we can see that we're at this level of resistance as well too. So that whole area through there is an area of resistance. So if we do break down, nice little breakdown, it looks like we have a nice little rundown, a little bit of support around 2024. I don't think that'll hold, and I think we're likely to start getting a big move to here, and the next sort of support level is 2016, and then if that doesn't hold, then you start to see some moves down into the 2000s sort of level, and that's where we had a lot of support through there. So there we go, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this little Emini market update, and I also hope you've enjoyed the tools and education from this video, and I hope it helped you out. Hey, it's John Howell here, and thanks so much for watching my video. You see, I'm putting out daily videos and education on helping you learning the art of successful trading. So click on the subscribe button to keep up to date with every video I do. Also, check out my story video, $250,000 in debt, cancer, overweight, family passing away, lived on the streets, and more, and how I overcome it and now thriving through my life. This is here to motivate you, so click on that image to watch my video. And lastly, if you're struggling with your trading, then you need to see my latest webinar where I'm sharing with you an amazing strategy that allows you to generate an income without getting the direction right. So click on that image on this page to register for my next free webinar. This is John Howell here. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.